I went and saw the Backrooms movie, and I had a good time. It was a good movie. But, as I'm sure you know, I went in trying to figure out how you could survive it, because that's the type of person I am. I don't do this because it's my job or because I make money. I do it because that's just the type of person I am. I go into things and I try to figure out how to solve them. It kind of makes me insufferable, to be honest. Anyways, besides how good the movie was, I did think of some ways you could survive it, and also some fun little hacks that they could have done if they wanted to be smart. My first and favorite hack I thought of is the infinite furniture glitch. Our mainish character Clark owns a furniture store called Captain Clark's Ottoman Empire. Besides all the confusion of it being both pirate and sultan themed, it has one major problem. No one goes there. They're in dire straits. No one buys furniture from them. And the store has a lot of problems that are making it really hard to make money. One of the big ones is the fact that the electricity's going crazy. But I thought of a funny little glitch. Once he discovers the backrooms, he could just use the furniture from the backrooms and sell it in his store. He grabs a stool from there and then he uses it to sit down for some reason. Furniture from the backrooms is essentially unlimited profit because it's free. You're not paying for it, you're not buying it wholesale or any other way. You're just grabbing it and selling it for 100% of market value. In fact, you could sell it for less than market value because you're not going to lose money off of it because you never bought it in the first place. Clark could build a furniture empire because he would not need to spend any money on acquiring the furniture. Once he figures out how the backrooms works, it could get even better. Because, like, that furniture barn place, that's his main competitor that he doesn't like. If he finds their equivalent in the backrooms, he can then just take all of their most popular furniture and then sell it at his place for less. He doesn't even need to stop there. As long as you keep finding the backrooms equivalents of different stores and houses and stuff, you could take the furniture and things out of it and then sell them. It's an unlimited money glitch if you're a ruthless capitalist. That's all well and good. Now you know how to make a furniture store with unlimited profit. But what if you're trapped in the backrooms? Well, this movie provides all the ingredients you need to survive in there borderline indefinitely. For starters, there's running water, and not just in pool places. It seems like any sink or anything that would be attached to a water line still gets water, in the same way that electricity still runs through the walls in the backrooms. That is presumably how Carl is able to get a glass of water while he's in there. He's just able to use the sink by that fridge. And then for food, you're also covered, because you can just eat the still life. I think that's what they're called. I'm not as caught up on the Kane Pixels Backrooms series as everyone else, but I have a friend who's into it, and he said they're called still life, and it was confirmed in like a post or something, so I took his word for it. Whatever they're called, you can eat them. And this isn't just me saying, oh, eat the monster so you could survive. The movie explicitly says they are edible. This is great for me. This is the one thing I always talk about coming true. Just eat the monsters, you'll be fine. If you somehow fall into the Kane Pixels version of the Backrooms, all you need to do is basically find the reflection of a house, and then get water from there, and then you just have to find still life and eat them. You're basically living a hunter-gatherer lifestyle. And that's assuming the still life don't like regenerate or anything. We don't really know how they work. Could you cut stuff out of them and eat it? Does it grow back? Does it get replaced? Do more still life end up spawning near you as stuff goes on? It's unclear, but the Backrooms does have some sort of a refresh rate, because at the very end, when the therapist lady is in the facility, it then shows that all the way deep down the Backrooms, there's a still life of her in the same facility. So it's kind of unclear how it works, but it's clear the Backrooms does update over time, meaning you might just have an unlimited amount of still life nearby. People and things will move in and out of where they're supposed to be, meaning you'll never run out of food. And using those two things, you can basically live indefinitely. I mean, you have unlimited water, unlimited food. You can have a pretty high quality of life in the Kane Pixels Backrooms, because since everything is a reflection of the stuff above it, theoretically you could just keep walking around until you found like a really nice house, or the reflection of a really nice mansion. Somewhere that would be nice to live, and then you can go live in it. As long as you're in the upper levels, the reflection will be close enough that it will be pretty nice. Try your best to make your way to the nice part of town and then go live in the house that's a reflection of one of the nice houses. Maybe on the inside they'll have TVs, couches, a PS5. Who knows? Certainly better than the normal internet backrooms with just endless rooms. And monsters aren't that big of a deal either. The big monster in the movie is Carl's reflection. It's a big hungry pirate guy who ends up killing quite a few people. But the thing is, it's not indestructible. It gets really beat up by the therapist when she uses the rock in her pocket. If it can be beat up by a lady who just has a random piece of concrete in her pocket, then I think it's quite killable. and then you could probably eat it. Or at minimum, just kill it so it isn't trying to kill you. You can deal with these monsters. The mold is certainly more difficult, but I'm not even sure if we saw the mold in the movie. That's unclear. If there is the mold, I don't really have many ideas because the mold is much harder to kill. Because it doesn't really have vital organs or weak points. It is just a blob of undifferentiated And of course, there's the ever-present, just don't enter the back rooms. Once you find the portal, just don't go in. If you do go in, don't go back. It's not worth it. What I would have done if I found the backrooms hole is I probably would have gone to the store, got a bunch of cement, and then created a bracket on the inside and then just created a giant cement wall, sealing off the breach from both ends. Because I'm not dealing with that. Not at all. I'm especially not going when my patient says he's in there and he's opened the window and this and that. It's just not worth it. It is not worth going into the scary dimension. Have them do a wellness check at his house and then wipe your hands of the whole situation. Going in is just asking for trouble. If I'm one of the workers at the furniture store, the second I see it's a portal to another dimension, I'm asking for time and a half at least. Maybe even double, maybe 2.5 time. I'm asking for a lot more money than I know that cheapskate's gonna pay me. This is normally the point where I would talk about all the plot holes and all the things I didn't like and why they do this or that or this, but overall, I really liked the movie and it was really well made. There aren't any really obvious issues or plot holes. The only thing I can think of is where did that seagull come from? It's not even an issue or a plot hole. I just want to know why there's a seagull in there and why it keeps getting around. I'm quite interested in Async because they don't seem to be your usual evil organization. They seem to just be really confused and in over their heads. I don't know if they stumbled upon a portal to the backrooms or accidentally made one, but I think they're just trying to figure stuff out. Now, whether or not they'll let the therapist lady out is anyone's guess because they seem like they don't want the general public to know about the backrooms. But at least they don't seem malicious as of now. I'm sure if there's a sequel or something, we'll learn more about them. Well, yeah, that's about all I can think of. Quite like the movie. Carl got what he deserved. Yeah. Good movie. Go see it. Though it is rated R in an actual, horror movie, so if those things aren't your thing, maybe skip out on it. Alright, I'll see you around.